أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to lesson 13a, Understand Al-Quran, the Easy Way, part 1, Salah. Inshallah, in this lesson, we will study Suratul Nas. Then in grammar, we will see Yansuru, Yakhluku, Yazkuru, Yabudu, the Mudari Afal. And thus we will learn 12 new words in this lesson, which appears almost 500 times in Muslim. Say Alhamdulillah. By the end of 13th lesson, we inshallah will complete our 160 or the 156 words, which occur in more than 32,000 times. Suratul Nasr is at the end of the Quran. This is the last surah of the Quran. The introduction to this surah is given in the last lesson. It is called Muazzatain. The Suratul Falaq and Suratul Nas both combined is called Muazzatain. Let's do started. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. Qul, say. It's an amr. A'udhu, I seek refuge. Bi rabbi, in the Lord. An-nas, the mankind. We have already studied these words, except this An-nas, there was Al-Falaq. So let's have a look on. Bi mean with or in, Rab mean the Lord. Who is the Lord? Who takes care of every cell and every atom in our existence and every moment. An-nas, look at the construction. Alif Lam telling it's an ism, and Alif Lam at the same time telling it's it's a proper noun, mean the marfa. And the nas is a plural word because insan is the singular and nas is the plural, so it's a plural and feminine. Well, sorry, the masculine word. Let's to have the message from this ayah. Visualize Allah is Rabbun Nas, is the Lord of all the humankind. Means 7 billion people's Lord. From Hazrat Adam alayhi salam to today until hereafter the last coming men, they all are his creation and he is the Lord of all them. Who causes the rain to fall, brings forth the crops, maintains the sun and the earth in their respective orbits, alters the season and all other things for our survival. Looks after every cell and every atom of each one of every second. He is all-time Rabb of everyone. Feel this greatness while saying Rabbin Nas. Allah starts the surah with say, mean order. We should recite the surah as well as convey it to others with wisdom and kindness. The same way that the Prophet ﷺ did. Please, Allimu Uttubu. Teach each other and write. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The next ayat is Malikin Nas, Ilahin Nas. Malik, the king, the honor, and Nas, the mankind. Ilah means the God, and Nas, the all human being, the mankind. This is a word, Malik, king, and the other is Malak. Malak is angel. And there is a third one called Malik. Malik means honor. So they have 3 different pronunciations. Malak, 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 and Malik. The Malak is a singular, the plural is Malaika. Malak means angel. Malaika, plural for the angels. Here we are saying Elah. Elah means God. Elah, worthy of worship, the God. Plural is Alihat. Elah is a singular, plural is Alihat. Visualize Allah is the true king of 7 billion people alive today. He owns everything they have, including their life and death. However much they deny or forget him, they call upon him, especially during tough times and the difficulties. Ask, O Allah, help me accept you as the true king and the only God in my daily life. Evaluate king, how is my obedience to his laws? Evaluate God. How many times did I follow my desires? According to the Quran, following one's own desire is to make it God. How many times did I stumble to the worshippers of the shaitan? According to the Quran, following shaitan is like worshipping him. Why did I listen to him? Because of bad company, TV, internet, then plan remove bad friends, habits, and things from your life. Please read and try. MashaAllah, we have covered the major part. Let's cover the remaining part. Bismillah ar-Rahman. Min sharril waswasil khannas. Mean from, as we learned, the shaitan. Shar mean the evil. Al-waswas, the whisperer. The one who whispers is called waswas. Al-khannas, the one who withdraws after whispering. That is called khannas. Let's look. Shar has two meanings. Evil and suffering. Maybe direct of the or the cause is called shar, suffering. The one who puts something secretly in the heart is called waswas. Waswas means whisperer. That whisperer which puts secretly, quietly something in the heart, and you don't know it's either from you or from him. Waswasa, the pronunciation shows the repetition. Zalzala, just like earthquake, zalzala. Waswasa. Who withdraws? Al-Khannas means who withdraws, but never gives up till we die. The shaitan or the devil always is with us, and he is trying to pull us from the right path. He whispers in our heart, and when we are doing some tilawah or we are having some ibadah, he withdraws and becomes the khannas. Shaitan is always in one of the two states. Waswas, when you forget Allah, he start putting ideas, putting his ways, or putting his thoughts in you. Or khannas, when you remember Allah, he withdraws himself and wait, you stop the remembering Allah. When you are doing an ibadah, you are doing the good act, you are remembering Allah, you are having the tasbih, you are having tilawah, you are offering the prayer, the shaitan withdraws and wait. The moment you complete it or leave it, he started whispering, he started putting the thoughts in your heart. So the first step is waswasa, in putting that thought. Then what happened? The person, he have a niyya. He thinks, he considered that idea. He takes that advice and have this intention to act on that. And then comes the amal. I mean, then he acts on. Suppose When you are reading, you are doing some good job or good deed. He puts you. Okay, it's the assignment. It's the TV program time. It's the time to see the watch. Here is the match coming for the World Cup. And you are sitting here. Leave it. You can do it later on. Then you have an intention. Okay, I will go and see the cinema. I will go and watch that TV program. I will go and watch the World Cup match. And this is intention. After this intention, do you start for the action. You move from your place, go to the cinema, buy a ticket and sit there. This is action. Or you go and open the TV and you start searching or watching that program. That is action. So these are three steps. Waswasa, which is produce the thoughts, the whispering of the shaitan in your heart. And then comes the intention, that is your decision. That is actually you decide to do that or act on that. That decision is called niya or the intention. After niya and intention come the stage of action. Then you start acting as you have decided, you have thought over, you have accepted it, or you have done the intention. So you start that action. And repetitions leads to habit. And when you do it again and again and again, it becomes habits. Every time you will go, when you are doing that zikr, tilawah, you will be disturbed and you will go and do that bad thing. So that becomes a habit. And finally, what happens? Habit leads to this. Means you become a bad person. You become like a shaitan. And then such a person becomes the human shaitan. Means he becomes an agent of the shaitan. He not only himself do that bad thing or watch that things, but he also involves the others. He pulls the other people also in this way and take them along in that bad habits. So the first step on the part of evil is a waswasa, a thought, a whisperer which the shaitan puts in our. Then it becomes our act. We think over and we decide, we have an intention, we make a niya for that, and then we do the act. Accordingly, whatever we have taken the decision or we have thought over or we have had the intention or the niya, we act on that. When we act, repetitions lead to the habit and habit leads to the destiny. Then you become the evil person. And finally, and such a person becomes the human shaitan too. Then not only he does that at him or herself, but also involves the other people and also invite and get the other people trapped with the other people to bring in that evil action. So that is again just like a shaitan whispering in our heart and making us a shaitan. You or that person who becomes the agent, he also or she also start that action. You must have seen somebody is doing some bad act, say watching a bad movie. Then he or she tries to pull others, oh, come and enjoy it. Look, us, look, excitement, look how it is, what it is the knowledge and what is the message and what is the action, enjoyment and thrill and resulting the you or that person involves others. So it just acts as the shaitan do and pull us from the right path and takes us to the evil path. The same way this person also does. So what is the lesson or the message from this ayah? Whisperer is the first attack of shaitan. If he succeeds, then the man intends to do bad things. Shaitan then pushes the man to do the bad things. If this is repeated, it becomes a habit, and bad habit leads to the bad end. Whenever we are careless, Shaitan whispers. If we remember Allah, he withdraws. But he never gives up the whispering activity till our time. So Allah is very ambiguous. The next part of the surah is Bismillah Rahman. Allazi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas. Allazi, who yuwaswisu, whispers, fi saduri, in the chest, annas, the mankind. Allazi means the one who. Yuwaswisu, look, the word yuwaswisu means whispers. And the waswas is the one who whispers. So these are the two different words. Yuwaswis is the whisperers, and that is a person, that is a file, that is a subject. And waswas, one who whispers, means who does that. So yuwaswisu and the waswas, they have a different meaning. Where it is done? It is done in the sadr. Sadr means the chest. And the plural is sadur. As the word anas has been used, that is a plural of na, insan. So the word has come sadur. Shaitan tries to whisper into the chest, as the chest is the entry region of the heart. This is similar to a thief entering through the open space around the house, meaning the compound, and then enters in the house or the rooms to steal something. The shaitan does the same way. It first enters, it puts the things in the compound of the heart, that is the chest, and then finally he enters, or he puts these whisperers inside the heart. If the heart is alive and sound with the zikr of Allah, then the whispered attacks of shaitan fail, and he withdraws miserably. If not, the person falls into the sin. That is the reason. When you are doing some zikr, you are doing some ibadah, you are reciting, you are saying good things, then the shaitan waswas fails. But the moment you stop that ibadah, that zikr, or that good deed, the shaitan starts whispering continuously. Allah says about the Quran, وَشِفَاءٌ لِمَا فِي الصَّدُورِ, a healing for that which is in the chest. Mean the chest, they have a disease. What is that? That are the whispers of the shaitan there. So the Quran has a shifa, healing. When you recite Quran, you start understanding Quran, you start thinking in Quran, you have tadabbur and tadarus, you get the healing, the health, and the cure from that disease or that evil thoughts or the whispers which the shaitan has stored in the chest. There are many diseases of the heart, such as ignorance, doubt, hypocrisy, evil desires, enmity, hatred, and jealousy. They all are the different diseases which arises or are present in the heart. When you are doing zikr, ibadah, these all diseases disappear, they are cured. Alimu uktubu, please. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The last part of the surah is Minal Jinnati bin Nas. It means from, as we study Minash Shaitan, Al-Jann, Al-Jinnah. It is Jinnah, mean the jinns. Wa and An-Nas mean the mental. Let's look the construction of the word Al-Jinnah. Alif Lam telling is an ism. At the same time, Alif Lam telling is a proper one, meaning Alpha, and the Jinn, the Ta is telling us it may be a feminine word, And jinn is the here is the plural. Jinnat is the plural. But remember, it is not the family. At time in Arabic, there are certain isms or the nouns which though have at the end a round ta, but they are not the family. Just like Talha, at the end there is a ta. Usama, there is a ta at the end. Mawiya, there is a ta at the end. In the same way, Al Jinnah, ta is there, but they are not the feminine, they are masculine or with having the round ta at the end. The jinn is one always there with each one of us. We have a shaitan or the jinn which is always with us. He or she is produced with our birth and remain till our death. Plus, others like the Khanzab don't have to look for haunted houses. And majority, the next, which are not with us, they remain in the haunted houses or in the forest or in the jungles or in any unoccupied buildings or etc. places. Mean from al-jinnah mean among the jinns, among the jinns. Jinns, that is a noun, is plural. The last word of the Quran urging us to avoid bad company. Look, the last word is nas, min al jinnah wa nas, jinn and insan. So the nas is the last word of the Quran. The Prophet ﷺ told that every one of us has a shaitan, jinn always with him or her. He continuously tries to mislead us at every possible opportunity by the whispering. He whispers. The message is, who are the shaitans from humans? All those people who work for shaitan directly or indirectly, who seduce us away from Allah. They include most of our media, television, newspapers, and magazines that read out about Islam and call towards the materialism and immorality. In addition, there are men and women around us who, through their dresses, thoughts, and actions, work as agents of Shaitan. Isn't the world full of such people? Do you know, see how important this surah is for our safety? In fact, the hadith mentions the greatness of the last two surahs. The Uqba bin Amir said that the Messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, O Uqba, shall I not teach you the best two surahs that can be recited? And he taught me, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falak and Qul a'udhu bi rabbil nas. So they are the two best surahs. Then try to avoid all web programs, gadgets, and friends, and use your time to do good things. In addition to seeking Allah's help, strive as a team to create a clean society free from evil things. Alimu uktubu, please, this part. MashaAllah, well done. We have covered the complete Surah Nas. Then let's take a slight break and then study grammar and learning the tips. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Lesson 13b. Understand Al-Quran the easy way, part 2, grammar. We will learn grammar using the TPI. TPI means total physical interaction. It is easy, interesting, and interactive. Let's see what it is. The TPI is hear it, see it, think it, say it, do it, love it, and do it together. Means use your all body senses and ability to learn the grammar and make some partner who are, may help to learn the grammar. In Arabic, words are of three types. One is called ism, the second is called fi'l, and the third one is harf. Ism is a noun. It may be name of something just like kitab, makkah, kalam. They are the name. And it may be some attributes, maybe good or bad, just like Muslim, Mu'min, Harun, Sharun. They all are the attributes. What are the sign of Islam? Any words which starts with alif lam is always an Islam. Just we say al-kitab, al-muslim, al-mu'min. They are the signs which tells us they are the Islam. Or if there is no alif lam, but the word has at the end the dhammatan, fatatan, or kasratan, mean the double dhamma, double fatah, double kasra, they are called tanween. That is also ism. Just like kitabun, muslimun, mu'minun, kitaban, musliman, mu'minan, kitabin, muslimin, mu'minin. They are showing double dhamma, double fatah, or double kasra respectively. They are the signs of Islam. If the word is a plural, it may start with alif lam, just like al-muslimun, al-muslimin, al-mu'minun, al-mu'minin, al-kutub. So that shows they are the plural. Or at time there is no alif lam, but at the end you find the waw, nun, ya, nun, and alif ta. They also show they are the ism. Just look. Muslimun, mu'minun, salihun, kafirun are Muslimin, salihin, kafirin, or if they are feminine, you will find Muslimatun, mu'minatun, salihatun, kafiratun, or they will have the double fatah. In feminine, there is never double fatah in plural, that they always have the kasra. Like muminatin, muslimatin, salihatin. So this end word, waw, noon, ya, noon, or alif ta presence also shows they are the ism. Let's to consider the second type of word, that is the fail. What is that? Any word which tells about some action and they're having a tense is called fail, mean the verb. Just fataha, he opened. Fa'ala, he did. Ja'ala, he made. Nasara, he helped. They all are past tense. They are the past verbs. In the same way, you can say, Ya'maluna, they do or they will do. Yaf'aluna, they do or they will do. Yaj'aluna, they make or they will make. Yaftahuna, they open or they will. It's telling they are the mudare, mean they have the present or the future meaning, so they are the verb. The third type is called harf or the particles. There are a lot of variety and type and kinds of different words, but in Mus'haf, almost 54 words have been used. Repeatedly, of course. If you know those 54 words, then you know one third of Quran. Because the one third Quran is ism, one third Quran is the verb, and one third or less than one third is the verb, the harf, and they are only 54. So it's so easy, Quran. If you know those 54 words, they mean the harf, then you know the one third or almost less than one third the Quran itself. So in QC1, we have 9 harf or the particles in our syllabus. And we, Alhamdulillah, has done them. Let's repeat them. They are li, mean for, mean from, and mean again from. Then be, mean with or in, fi, again in, and ala, mean on. The next set is ila. Ila mean towards or to, and ma mean with or near, and in the uh, again there. So these are 9 haruf which were supposed to be learned or taught in the QC1, and alhamdulillah we did. What are they? Let me repeat once more. Li, min, an. Be, fi, ala, ila, ma, inda. The first 7 mean li, min, an, be, fi, ala, and ila. These 7 are called haruf al-jahra. That is a type of words. And the ma'na inda, they are actually known, but they are used as a harf, so we have studied them there. But you have to keep in mind, they differ from the other haruf because they are zarf, mean they are the ism. Let's to proceed. Then we started the word fi. In Arabic language, majority of the words, maybe say 85% of all the words, they are made of 3 letters. They are called root letters. Mean 3-letter words are called Salasi Mujarrad. Salasi means 3, Mujarrad means the individual separate. Look the example. Fa and Lam, they are the 3 letters. Fa, Taha, they are other 3 letters. Noon, Swadra, they are 3 letters. Dod, Raba, they are other 3 letters. When they join, we get Fa'ala, Fataha, Nasara, Daraba words, which arise from these root letters. Then there are 3 types of tense, or there are 3 types of verbs. One is called Madi, or Madi, that which is done. That tense which has been completed, mean the past. It is the past. The second is called Mudar. Mudar means that tense or that action or verb which is not done yet, being done or will be done. So it has double meaning. It has the present as well as the future meaning. So the Mudare is a combination of 2 tenses, the present and the future. And there is a third one called Amr, one Nahi. Amr means to order something or to request something. We order to the youngers, we request to the elders. And there is another part of it, it is called Nahi. Nahi means to request or order to stop something. That is called Nahi. Amr means to do. Nahi means to stop, to prevent. Then we saw there are the Madi and Mudari difference. The Madi verb, they always have changes in their end part. Madi, because it's gone. When it is gone, just like an aeroplane, when it's flown, you can't see the aeroplane. You can see only the tail. You can see the end part of that aeroplane. Same way, the past word that has gone, that has flown. You can only observe the last part of the word to identify it. Is it an aeroplane? It's a jet, or it's an helicopter? What it is? Same way, when a moving object moves from you, you can see the only last part. And then you can identify it's a bus, it's a car, it's a rickshaw, it's a bicycle. What is moving, going? The last part identifies you what that object was which was moving. Look the verb we identified. What is the sign of what? The first form, it always have a fatah, just fa'ala. The second form, that is the plural of the first one, it always have wa and alif at the end, just fa'alu, ja'alu, nasaru, zakaru. They all will always have vowel. The third form has ta with fatah. It shows anta, fa'alta, ja'alta, samita, darabta, zakarta. Means ta always gives an idea. The verb is that which was belonging to anta. The next form you see, it shows to at that. Just like fa'altu, I did. Ja'altu, I made. Fatahtu, I opened. Zakartu, I remember. Nasartu, I mean this ta is telling this word belongs to me. And look, the next shows tum at the end. It tells you all, mean the second person plural. Just like fa'altum, you all did. Ja'altum, you made. Nasartum, you help. Samitum, you listen. Darabtum, you hit. The next three form have na at the end. And this na tell us nahnu mean we. Fa'alna, we did. Ja'alna, we made. Fatahna, we open. Nasarna, we help. Khalaqna, we created. Zakarna, we remember. The last one is for the feminine without any sign at the ta, that is called sakun. Sakun means no sign. And it shows here. Just like fa'alat, she did. Ja'alat, she ate. Fatahat, she opened. Nasarat, she helped. Sami'at, she listened. Alimat, she knew. So these were the signs of the past, which appears at the end of some word, telling which person was doing that act. Now come to the second type, that is called the mudar. The sign of mudare is always in front of the verb because mudare is either coming or it will come. So it is just like a plane coming towards you. What you see the face of that. Any object moving towards you coming, you always see the face and you identify this is bus coming, this is a truck coming, this is a car coming, this is a jeep coming, this is a aeroplane coming, this is a helicopter coming, this is a child coming, this is what coming, you identify from the front. Mudare you identify. In Mudare, the ilama of Mudare are only four. Ya, if you find any one this letter in front of any verb, you identify it as a mudare. Yes, for the plural, at the end you have waw nun sign. Just look the first. Ya, yaf'alu, he does. Yaj'alu, he makes. Yaftahu, he opens. Yansuru, he helps. Yasma'u, he listens. Ya'lamu, he knows. But when we want to make a plural, what we do? We put the ya in the front and waw nun at the end. Just like yaf'alun, they all do. Yaj'alun, all pay. Yaftahuna, they all open. Yansuruna, they all help. Ya'buduna, they all worship. Yaskuruna, they all remember. Yasma'una, they all listen. Ya'maluna, they all do. The next look, the sign is ta. It is for the singular second person. Taf'alu, you do or will do. Taj'alu, you make. Taftahu, you open. Tansuru, you help or you will help. Because it's mudari, it will have double translation, the present as well as the future. Yasma, tasma, you listen or you will listen. In same way, you can make any. The next sign is the Hamza. It is always showing to self, mean the first person. Af'alu, I do or will. Aj'alu, I make or I will. Aftahu, I will open or will open. Ansu, I have. Azkuru, I remember. Asma'u, I listen. The next is again the plural of the second person. The beginning sign is the ta, and for the plural we add wawnun at the end. So taf'aluna, you all do or you will. Taj'aluna, you all make or you will. Taftahuna, you all open or tansuruna, you all help or you will. Tasma'una, you all listen or you listen. And the last is for the plural, it has nun sign and there is no wawnun at the end. Naf'la, naf'alu, we or we will do. Naj'alu, we make or we will do. Naftahu, we open or we will open. Nansuru, we open, we help or we will help. Na'budu, we worship or we will worship. Nasma'u, we listen or we will listen. So these are the signs of mudari. What they are? There are only four. Ya, ta, hamza. There is a short word to remember that is called atain. Means hamza, ta, ya, nun, atain. From this word you can eat. You write 2, 3, 4 times atain. So you will say there are four. Hamza, ta, ya, nun. Or you can say ya, ta, hamza. Unless to have the tables. We made the Mazi table of Jala. We said Jala, he made, Jalu, they made, Jalta, you made, Jaltu, I made, Jaltum, you all made, Jalna, we made. How we come this is meant? Because at the end, these signs are coming. Jalu is the plural sign of Jalta, ta is telling is the anta. Jaltu, it is telling is ana. Jaltum, tum is telling me is the plural of the second person you are. Jalna telling me it is a plural of us in the nahnu. Let's to have the mudari. Yaj'alu makes or will make. Yaj'aluna they make or they. Let's to revise it. I pick 3 times. We are adding ya for the singular. For the plural, we are adding ya and waw nun at that. Yaj'alu. Yaj'aluna. This is the plural. Waw nun is added. Yaj'alu. To make it plural, add waw nun. It will become yaj'aluna. Yaj'alu. Yaj'aluna. What is the meaning? Yaj'alu. He makes or he will make. Yaj'aluna. They make or they will make. Because it's mudari, it will have the present and the future meanings. Here, only the present meaning is written because to write it, it's become too much space occupying. So Dr. Saab says, you should know what is the meaning, both present and future, but you can revise it with the present. Or maybe with the future doesn't matter. Taj'alu, you may. Or other meaning, you will make. Aj'alu, I make or I make. Let's repeat it. Taj'alu, opposite is taj'al. Taj'alu, if is the question, answer will be aj'al. Taj'alu, aj'al. Taj'alu means you make or you will make. Aj'alu, I make or I make. Let's have the third and the last part of that. Taj'aluna is the plural of taj'al. You all will make or you all make. Naj'alu, we make or we will make. Let's revise in Arabic. Taj'aluna, naj'al. Taj'aluna, naj'al. Taj'aluna, naj'al. Taj'aluna, you all make. Naj'alu. Let's revise the complete table once. Yaj'alu, he makes. Yaj'aluna, they all. Taj'alu, you make. Aj'alu, I make. Taj'aluna, you all make. Taj'al. Let's proceed the second table, that is Fataha. Fataha, he opened. Fatahu, they open. Fatahta, you open. Fatahtu, I open. Fatahtum, you all open. Fatahna, we open. How we come the no? Because at the end coming these words, wa, ta, tu, tum, na, ta, with sakun, they are telling me the meaning of past. Let's do the muda. Yaftahu, he opens or he will open. Yaftahuna, they open or they will open. Let's repeat thrice. Yaftahu, yaftahuna. Yaftahu, make bow, adding plural. Yaftahu, yaftahuna. Yaftahu means he opens or he will open. Yaftahuna, they open or they will open. Let's have the second part of the table. Taftahu, you open or you will open. Aftahu, I open or I will. Let's revise 3 times that. Taftahu, aftahu. If question is taftahu, answer must be aftahu. Taftahu, what is the opposite? After. Taftahu, you open. Aftahu, I open. The last plural part of the table with green color. Taftahuna, you all open. Or you all will open. Naftahu, we open or we will open. Let's go revise 3 times in Arabic. Taftahuna, the opposite is naftahu. Taftahuna, if is in question, answer will be naftahu. Taftahuna, naftahu. Taftahuna, you all open or will open. Naftahu, we open or will. Let's to see the complete tables once more. Yaftahu, he open. Yaftahuna, they open. Taftahu, you open. Aftahu, I open. Taftahuna, you all open. Naftahu, we open. Let's to revise the question from previous lesson. Today we have to study the second set that comprise Nasara, he helped, Khalaqa, he created, Zakara, he remembered, Abada, he worshipped. Let's to have the Nasara. We have done the Mazi, Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarta, Nasartu, Nasartu, Nasarta, Nasarat. Let's to have the Mudari. Yansuru, he helps or will help. Yansuruna, they help or they will help. The second part, Tansuru, you help or you will help. Ansuru, I help or I will help. Let's have the complete table. Tansuru, you all help. Nansuru, you help. Yansuru, Yansuruna. Tansuru, Ansuru. Ansuruna, Nansuru. Let's have the Arabic conversation or dialogue or a spoken Arabic. Hal yansuru? Same answer. Naam yansuru. Just we remove the hal, the question mark word. We put it the answer word naam. Hal yansuruna? The no is for the plural. We will say naam. Hal tansuru? As I said, when question is tansuru, answer will be ansuru. We will say naam ansuru. Hal tansuruna? I told you when tansuru in question, answer should be nansuru. We will say naam. Let's see this word zaidun. There is dhammatan, mean the double dhamma. It is an original, mean the journal form. It is called the subject, the doer. When it changes to fatha, mean the double fatha, it fatatan is become an object. It become a chain form. Object. Let's use this object. Hal yansuru zaida, have he helped the Zaid? We can say yes, نعم ينصر زاد. Yes, he have the Z. هل ينصرون زاد. Have they all. Now you become the wow noon plural. Have they all helped the Zaid? We will see. نعم ينصرون. Yes, they have. هل تنصروا زيد؟ تنصروا always with answer. We will say نعم تنصروا زيد or the زيدة. هل تنصرون زيدة؟ نعم. Or ننصر, sorry. نعم ننصر. Well, then we have done the major table. Only two tables are left. One is the khalaqa, khalaqa, khalaqu, khalaqta, khalaqtu, khalaqtu, khalaqna is the past. And the mudar is yakhluqu. He creates or he will create. Yakhluquna, they create or they will create. Takhluqu, you create or you will create. Akhluqu, I create or I will create. Takhluquna, you all create or will create. Takhluqu, we create or will create. The last we have done complete. يخلق, he creates. يخلقون, they all create. تخلق, you create. أخلق, I create. تخلقون, you all create. نخلق, we create. Last we have the Arabic conversation for this. هل يخلق, as the creation is the job of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here we will say negation. We will say لا يخلق. He does not create. Remember, in Mazi we were using ma khalaq. But in Mudare we are using la. Because in Mudare, the la tell us it is the Mudare. Hal yakhlukuna, now the plural has come. Again we will say la ya. They have not created. Only Allah has created. Hal takhluku, have you created? Or will you create? La I have not created, I have not. Hal takhluquna, now the plural has, have you or will you create? We'll say la nakhluqu, we have. So let's add something in it. Hal yakhluqu shay'an, has he created something? We'll say la yakhluqu shay'an, he has not created. Hal yakhluquna shay'an? We'll say la yakhluqu. Hal takhluqu shay'an? We'll say la akhluqu shay'an. هل يخلقون شيء? We will say لا نخلق شيء. Then the question is, من يخلق? Who creates? Allah يخلق. Allah creates. MashaAllah, we have done. The last table is Zakara. The past is Zakara, Zakaru, Zakarta, Zakartu, Zakartum, Zakarna. Let's have the Mudari. Yaskuru, he remembers or he will remember. Yaskuruna, they remember or they will remember. Azkuru, you remember or you will remember. Azkuru, I remember or I will remember. Tazkuruna, you all remember or you will remember. Nazkuru, we remember or we will remember. Let's have the completed. Yazkuru, he remembers. Plural, yazkuruna, they remember. Azkuru, you remember. Azkuru, I remember. The Tazkuru plural is Tazkuruna, you all remember. And the Azkuru is Nazkuru, we remember. The next is Abada. Abada, Abadu, Abatta, Abattu, Abattum, Abadna. Let's have the Mudari table. Yabudu, he worships. Yabuduna, they worship. Tabudu, you worship. Ab, I worship. Tabuduna, you all worship. Nabudu, we worship. Let's revise once more. Yabudu, he worships. Yabuduna, they worship. Tabudu, you worship. Abudu, I worship. Tabuduna, you all worship. Nabudu, we worship. So there are four patterns of verbs we have seen. Fa, from fa we have fataha, yaftahu, ifta. Fataha, yaftahu, ifta. From nun we have nasara, yansuru, unsur. From dod we have daraba, yadribu, idrib. Daraba, yadribu, idrib. Last one from sin is the samia, yasmahu, isma. They are the four patterns of. Let's revise. We said yafalu, he does. Plural is yafaluna. The next is yajalu, he makes. Plural will be يجعلون add vowel. They make. يفتح, he open. The plural will be يفتحون. We will add vowel. They open. ينصر, he help. Plural will be add vowel. ينصرون. يخلق, he creates. Plural will be يخلق. يشكر, he remembers. Plural is يشكرون, they remember. Then is the ya'budu, he worship. The plural will be ya'budu. The next is taf'alu. You did. The plural is, the opposite is af'al, I. Taj'alu, you make. Aj'alu, I make. Taftahu, you open. Aftahu, I open. Tansuruna, you help. Ansuru, I help. Takhluku, you create. Akhluku, I create. Tashkuru, you remember. Azkuru, I remember. Ta'budu, you worship. Ta'budu, I. Let's have the plural. Taf'aluna, you all do. The opposite is naf'alu, we do. Taj'aluna, you all make. Naj'alu, we make. Taftahuna, you all open. Naftahu, we all. Tansuruna, you all help. Nansuru, we all help. Takhlukuna, you all create. Nakhluku, we create. Taskuruna, you all remember. Nazkuru, we all. Ta'buduna, you all worship. Na'budu, we all worship. So let's have a quickly the answer question. Look, the habit we can learn from the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim is the have positive thinkings about Allah. The next word Rahmatullah mean and the mercy of Allah. Translate A'udhu bika mean I seek refuge in you. To realize the greatness of Rabbul Nas, I can visualize that he is a Rabb of all people on this earth, taking care of the needs of all the people, arranging rains and crops for all the people. Rabb of all angel is, because here we are talking about the Nas, we will not say angel, though he is the Lord of angel God, so Rabb of. But as the question is asking about Rabbul Nas, so we will drop this answer. Translate Malikin Nas, meaning the king of mankind. Plural of Ilah is Aliha. Allah is Malikin Nas because he owns all the people and their portion. He has full control over the people. Allah is Alihin Nas because he alone fulfills their needs. He alone has the right to be obeyed. He alone should be worshipped. Shaitan is Khannas because he runs away when we remember Allah. Waswas means the whisper. The next is Fi Sadurihim mean in their chests. Translate min al jinnat mean from among the jinns. How many names of Allah mentioned in Surah An-Nas? 3. Translate Fa'alta haza mean you did this. Translate Ma khalaqta mean you did not create. Translate Zakarta Rabbaka mean you remembered your Rabb. Translate Tansuru mean you help or you will help. It's a mudarish, so it will have double translation. Answer. Hal tansuruna, tansuru will be as well with nansuru. So the answer is nam nansuru. Translate yakhluku, he creates or he will create. Answer. Hal yakhlukuna shayun, we will say yakhlukuna remain yakhlukuna, so la yakhlukuna shayun. Answer. Man yakhluku, Allahu yakhluku. Yashkuruna mean they remember or they will remember, because Yashkuruna is a mudari, it will have double translation, present and the future. Answer. Hal yashkuru, na'am yashkuru. Translate na'budu, we worship, past. Translate you all worship, ta'buduna. Answer. Hal abatta, na'am abattu. So this was all. The 6 assignments is talk to your friends. We talk about 100 things every day with our family and friends. Let's make an arrangement with close friends and family members to discuss about 3 words or 1 ayah every day. This will also spread a culture among us to learn the Quran. It will provide you with the best topics to discuss and bring everyone back to the Quran. It will be a big barakah in your social gatherings too. So this practice will make you as a teacher and eligible for the rewards as promised in the hadith. خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. The best of you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it. Remember, the best way to learn is to teach. Say Alhamdulillah, by the end of today's lesson, we have completed our 156 words so far, and they appear in Musaf 32,111. Seven homework, two are the work from the Tilawa, two are the study, one is the listening the concise MP3, the sixth one to talk with the coachmate and are the partner of study and recite different surah. Remember, you are chosen for this course. Say always Rabbi Zidnu and have the prayers for you, please. So best is the teacher, always be. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, memorize the Quran. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. With this, we come to the end of the lesson.